back to Teter's Table. Okay, today we're going to be making the best quesadilla ever. And it's got grilled chicken, it's got goat cheese, it's got spinach, caramelized onions, and we're also going to be making a roasted corn and black bean salsa. Alright, for the chicken, first thing I'm going to do is I just put this on parchment paper so I don't have to worry about getting cross-contaminating all my cupboard space. Red bell pepper here. And I usually just slice the top off like that, throw the stem out, and then we can use this to dice up right here, this part here. And then what I do is I'll take it and just make a little cut right down the side here. Kind of open it up, look like that. And then I just kind of roll it towards me and just kind of push the knife into it like that. Cut off the bottom here because we'll use that as well. And I kind of do the same thing with the jalapeno when I cut them. Cut the both ends off, keep the stem off. And I kind of do the same thing with the jalapeno. So I just kind of roll it towards me. And that way it gets most of the seeds out. It'll be two different cuts. I use a julienne cut for the caramelized onions. And for the diced onion, a few ways you can dice an onion. The way I do it, I usually make incisions here, 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 and then this way. You can see that. I'm getting used to this camera here. Like this, and then I'll turn it around and cut it this way. So hopefully you'll be able to see that. So for the rest of it, I'm going to cut the root off, and I'm going to use the rest of it for the caramelized onions. And also a good trick, you know, people cry because of the gases emitted from the onion while you're cutting. If you breathe through your mouth and not your nose, you're not going to get as much of that. I make sure I get a good rinse of cold water on there. Okay, the last ingredient that's going to go in here is some cilantro. And I've already washed and dried this. A little tip when you're washing herbs is when you run them under cold water, if you have like a paper towel, like right now I would take them if I was washing them, and wrap them up in a clean kitchen towel or paper towel, and then beat it against the counter. And all that water will come off of it. You do it a few times and they come really, really dry. That way you don't have wet, sticky herbs all over your cutting board and fingers and everything else. And what I have in here is I have 1 tablespoon of butter, 1 tablespoon of light brown sugar, and 1 tablespoon of chili powder. And I'm also going to add just a little bit of olive oil, probably about a teaspoon of olive oil to this. I'm telling you, it's really good with the goat cheese. It kind of smooths everything out, and the spinach and the chicken. These are almost done. Well, they're really kind of done. They're softened up, they're caramelized, they got a really good smell coming off of them. Got my avocado that I'm going to dice up. Again, I've got some cheese here. I got some queso fresco. I really do recommend the goat cheese in this. The goat cheese has helped smooth everything out, and I'm telling you, it's really, really good. All right, and here's my goat cheese that I'm going to use for this, and I'm just going to crumble this on when I get the tortilla on. Start the quesadilla now, and I've got the heat on, low to medium heat. I have a tablespoon of butter in here, and I'm going to add about a teaspoon of olive oil. And make sure this is all good and covered in the oil and the butter. And I'm going to put some cheese down. Nice little chicken on here. It's a good amount. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit so low. You can hear it sizzling a little bit. Got my spinach. And just a handful of spinach. And now for the onions. Take this and fold it over. And kind of give this a flip. See, it's nice and golden brown there. And when it gets like this, I kind of take it off the heat so it doesn't brown. Just give it a good press. Make sure all the cheese gets nice and melted. You can see the cheese melting in the pan there. That's all we want, melted up in there. And once it's hot like this, I just take it off the heat and I'll let it finish. Alright, we got everything cut up, everything plated, and this is what it looks like. Cut the quesadilla just in triangles, put the salsa, the salad in the middle, and just fan these around it. A little cilantro garnish, and some sour cream for garnish as well.